You ever hear a grown man whisper, "That ain't my baby," while a whole courtroom pretends not to flinch? Because that's exactly what Scrappy did when the judge pressed play on Bambi's little secreter. Voice notes so grimy even Mama D forgot her scriptural quotes and screamed, "Lord, take the wheel, Bambi." She sat there blinking, lip gloss perfect, belly flat, no baby, no shame and no chance to run. Behind her, two bailiffs already loosening their cuffs like they'd been waiting on this day. On that tape, Bambi giggled to her sister, "Girl, I told Scrappy whatever he needed to hear. Bills paid. Brand deals locked. Bag secured. He ain't smart enough to check my doctor receipts." Whole room froze. Scrappy's lawyer nearly dropped his binder. TMZ camped by the exit like vultures, with ring lights, and right when she thought she could spin her way out, boom, handcuffs. But Atlanta knows better. One lie never travels alone. They say Bambi's got a second baby daddy on hush money and a hotel receipt that's about to drag 3 more cast members down with her. Keep watching. This ain't even the scandal, this is just the foreplay. If you thought that courthouse tape was the end of Bambi's bag of dirty tricks, you don't know Atlantand, you sure don't know Bambi. What spilled that morning was just the first crack in the glass house she'd been building, brick by fake brick, ever since she slid that ring on Scrappy's finger. Let's rewind this messy reel real quick. Everybody thinks Bambi's biggest crime was faking a baby cute, but the lie started way before that. It started the moment Scrappy's album flopped, and Bambi realized no more hit singles meant no more easy red carpet cash. So what did she do? She started planting seeds, pity parties on Instagram, late-night crying sessions for the camera, and enough soft filter selfies to make followers feel like they were watching a woman broken by love. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, Bambi was living her best villain arc. The same week she posted that ultrasound pic, she was swiping Scrappy's black card at a private med spa, not for a checkup, but for lipo fillers and hush-hush belly contouring, just enough to pose right when the paparazzi caught her at the nail salon rubbing that so-called bump. Her inner circle knew. Oh, they knew. One cousin leaked text messages later showing Bambi telling her, "This baby lie is my insurance plan. Scrappy loves playing daddy. He'd never leave a pregnant chick." And she wasn't wrong at first. Scrappy tried to be the husband every blog would worship. He canceled shows to be by her side, doubled her spending limit, even hired a top OBGYN to make sure their baby got the best care. But Bambi kept pushing the appointments. "Too tired today, babe. The nausea's bad." Meanwhile, that same afternoon she was at a hookah lounge with her cousin and a club promoter named Dre, who everybody swears has receipts, proving he's the real father of nobody's baby. Because, well, there was never a baby to begin with. The real twist. Bambi knew the walls were closing in. A month before that courthouse bomb, Scrappy's lawyer started poking holes in her timeline. Dates didn't add up, receipts went missing. Then came the burner phone discovery. Bambi had been hiding a second phone under her glam kit, using it to message Dre the promoter and 3 other dudes she called her business partners. She thought she was slick. Until she messed up one night, tired and a little tipsy, and left that burner phone in the back of Scrappy's Escalade. He found it the next morning just trying to set up Bluetooth. First message on the lock screen. "Send the new ultrasound. Baby girl, I need to see how real it looks." Imagine reading that when you've been rubbing lotion on your wife's fake bump for 3 months. They say Scrappy punched the steering wheel so hard, the horn wouldn't work for a week. He didn't scream. He didn't drag Bambi by her lace front like Twitter would have loved. Nah, he called his mama first, and Mama D. Y'all know that woman lives for chaos. She told him, "Don't say nothing, let the heifer hang herself. Mama's got a plan." So for weeks, Scrappy played the game, kissed her cheek, posted cute couple clips, pretended to fuss over crib shopping. Meanwhile, Mama D went full undercover grandma. She found Dre's burner Instagram, screen-recorded voice notes, hired a pitha, same one who caught Kirk Frost creeping back in the day, and built a folder thick enough to break Bambi's Instagram face in half. Fast forward to the courthouse showdown. The judge had seen love and hip-hop drama before, wigs yanked, drinks thrown, that's normal Thursday content. But when he pressed play on that hidden audio, even the bailiff gasped. On tape, Bambi told Drape Lane as day, "Don't worry about Scrappy. He weak for me. He'll sign anything. He paying for 2 houses and don't even know about you. Just chill, babe." And then came the real kicker. She laughed. Laughed like she was proud of it. Laughed like Scrappy's loyalty was a punchline. And her fake baby bump was just a prop. That laugh is what made the judge slam his gavel so hard. The stenographer jumped. In that split second, the fairy tale she'd sold to fans cracked like cheap glass. Cameras swarmed. The prosecutor called for immediate detention. Bambi's lawyer looked like he wanted to crawl under the table. She screamed it was a setup. Blamed Stevie J, even screamed Mama D's name like the woman didn't just sit in the gallery, front row, purse open, ready to catch the crown as it fell. And when those cuffs finally clicked, Scrappy didn't move, didn't blink, just stared straight ahead, no tears left. Just silence, and Mama D. She stood up slow, fixed her wig and whispered, "I told you. You can't steal a throne built on loyalty and think karma won't collect." Works on the production team and swears Bambi already had the script drafted complete with a sob scene, tear stick, ready. And a staged emotional breakdown on set. She even timed the fake miscarriage for maximum ratings impact. Days before reunion filming, during the weekend when all cast members were holed up at that mid-tier hotel. Love and Hip Hop always books for drama containment. Word was, she planned to show up in a wheelchair, wrapped in a designer blanket with one hospital band still on her wrist and no real medical paperwork in sight. But the gag. Mona knew. Production had been tipped off weeks earlier by, you guessed it, Mama D's private investigator, who fed producers just enough receipts to let Bambi play herself on camera before the truth exploded. And now here's where the web really unravels. That bartender's cousin. She spilled more than tea. Turns out Bambi had not one but two fake clinic appointments on her calendar, one booked under her name, another under an alias linked to a burner email traced back to, wait for it, Carly Red's glam assistant. Yep, Atlanta's messiest mutual friend. Rumor is Carly was in on it, not because she liked Bambi, but because she hated Scrappy more and wanted to tank his image before her own side storyline aired. But karma's fast in this city. And once word got out that Carly's people were connected to the stunt, Mona's legal team sent out breach of contract warnings to everyone within 2 degrees of scandal. Dredd tried to backtrack. Carly go. Bambi, still cuffed, still silent, but sources inside Fulton County say she's already working her cell block charm. One inmate claims Bambi offered commissary favors in exchange for legal advice and a quiet bunk. Another says she's been drafting a memoir titled Belly of the Lie, with Chapter 1 allegedly titled Ultrasound of Deception. And Scrappy, he ain't saying much, but his latest IG post, a boomerang of him and Mama D at dinner, sipping wine, with the caption, "Some crowns are stolen, ours are earned." Because according to Mama D, this whole saga was just Act 1 in Bambi's Shakespearean fall from Instagram Graceant baby. The curtain ain't even halfway closed. Mama D didn't just show up for the cameras, she brought props. That folder? Stuffed with screenshots, notarized statements, voice memos Dre forgot he left on speakerphone during a FaceTime with her niece, and a printed receipt from a Beverly Hills boutique where Bambi bought a designer diaper bag 2 weeks after, claiming she miscarried. And you want messy? One of those documents in Mama D's folder, a Zelle receipt for $7,500 sent from Bambi's beauty brand LLC to a clinic consultant in LA, who, according to Reddit detectives, also provided aesthetic support for 2 other reality stars caught faking pregnancies. Back in 2021. So here's where we are. Bambi's fan base vanished, like her fake belly. Scrappy, sitting pretty, sipping revenge like sweet tea. Mama D, in her final form, part PI, part prayer warrior, part Atlanta's own Olivia Pope. Stevie J, somehow managing to be right for once. DRE, radio silent, probably rehearsing for his club hosting apology tour. And Bambi, facing fraud charges, custody loss, brand cancellation, and enough public dragging to make even the Shade Room say, "Girl, log off." But don't blink. Because Mona Scott and VH1 already drafting contracts. Word is, they're cooking up a 2-part special called Bellygate, the Bambi fallout, featuring cast commentary, timeline breakdowns, and the legendary moment Mama D waved that mugshot fan like it was a church program during altar call. And you know what they say in Atlanta, lies are fast, but receipts wear heels and catch up every time. Let me know if you want the TikTok timeline breakdown, the legal updates on the fraud case, or the next chapter in Mama D's vengeance saga. Cause sis ain't done waving her fan yet. Knowingly fake storylines with legal fraud in the mix. So what did Mona do? Classic Mona move. She called for a closed-door cast mediation. Translation: drag everybody to a conference room with wine, NDAs, and one working ring light, then pray no one swings first. But baby, T. Turns out, Mona had invited him as a special guest, hoping to get his on-camera confession locked before the court could gag order the whole production. What she got instead? Rico cracking under pressure. He admitted, on camera, that he and Bambi dated for real, back when she was just a bottle girl with big dreams, his words, not ours, and even said he loaned her the idea of the faked miscarriage storyline after they binge-watched General Hospital one night. She took notes, and the kicker. Rico didn't just coach the scam. He claimed he helped bankroll it, said he invested in her fame arc with the understanding they'd share profits once she secured spin-offs, brand deals, and maybe even a fake engagement down the road. It was love and hustle in the most literal sense. But when she met Scrappy, she ghosted Rico, until she needed him again to cover her tracks. Now Mona. She was sweating in her swivel chair. Her lawyer was already whispering about legal exposure, and advising she cut Bambi loose before it hit the feds. And the rest of the cast, spilling tea left and right. Carly Red passed out a phone charger and whispered, "Y'all better back up your texts now before subpoenas hit." Even Tokyo, Vanity, who'd been quiet all season, got in the booth and called Bambi the Tyler Perry villain no one asked for. As of this morning, Rico's being subpoenaed for conspiracy to commit fraud. Bambi's new legal team just filed a motion to suppress footage from the mediation. VH1 reportedly paused all taping until they review content for factual accuracy. Damage control before the FCC starts knocking. And Mama D. She's back on IG Live, waving that mugshot fan, sipping sweet tea, and smiling like Atlanta's petty prophet. Her last caption, "Y'all thought it ended at belly pads. Sis had blueprints, investors, and story arcs. Next time she fakes a miscarriage, tell her don't forget to edit the metadata." Let me know if you want the full Rico timeline, a leak of the NDA Bambi allegedly drafted, or the cast group chat screenshots that just dropped from that mediation mess. Because this saga, still unfolding, and baby, the real season just started. Care brand quietly pulled her promo code, and a boutique she once partnered with posted a now viral TikTok, throwing her branded belly pads into a shredder to the soundtrack of Scrappy's freestyle. By this point, Bambi's brand was radioactive. No amount of filters or fake tear captions could undo the avalanche. Even her longtime PR rep who once helped her spin a club brawl into a mental health brand collab posted a cryptic tweet. "Some clients lie. Some clients live the lie. Either way, I'm done." Back in jail, Bambi filed for a media gag order claiming her image was being unfairly smeared. The judge denied it, citing self-inflicted media combustion. Meanwhile, Mama D announced part 2 of her tell-all, this time titled, "The Belly That Bounced: How My Son Escaped the Baby Trap." Production insiders are whispering that a streaming network already signed Mama D for a messy docuseries with working titles floating between Fake Bumps and Real Receipts, and Mama D Presents Maternity Scandal Mania. As for Scrappy, the man who once played second fiddle to Bambi's influencer fairy tale is now at the center of a redemption arc. Fans flooded his pages with support, brands are sniffing around again, and rumors say Mona is retooling Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with Scrappy as the lead single dad. Studio hustle, court drama and all. And Bambi, she's reportedly petitioning for early release, but with fraud charges stacking, burner phone records subpoenaed, and the court digging into Rico's and Dre's financial ties. Her story might not be done unraveling. One legal analyst on a podcast summed it up best. This wasn't just a fake pregnancy. It was a full-blown scamdemic, and Atlanta just watched it in 4K. Let me know if you want a visual timeline, character map, or an episode-style breakdown. This saga's got legs. Woo. What started as a cute couple rebrand ended up being the most unhinged, polygraph failing, club closing, wig snatching scandal Atlanta reality TV has ever birthed without a real baby involved. Let's recap the wreckage: Scrappy, freed, focused, and turning pain into playlist numbers. Mama D, reigning as petty pope of paternity, fan in one hand, receipts in the other. Bambi, sitting in a cell watching her brand get exfoliated off every sponsorship she ever had. Dre, ghosting harder than a Tinder match who realizes their date brought legal paperwork. Rico, allegedly dodging subpoenas in Miami like it's spring break for snitches. The internet, still forensic analyzing every shadow, wig seam, and contour line like it's CSI. IG Live. One more mystery man, set to drop a courtroom mic any day now. Could be an old fling, a financial backer, or a backup belly pad plug, whatever his role, he's the alleged final boss in Bambi's Scammiverse. And let's not ignore the genius of PR shade that'll go down in passive-aggressive marketing. History, honesty is the best serum. We stand with real mothers, oof. That's not just a tweet, that's a tombstone. This entire saga didn't just destroy a storyline, it exposed a formula: burner phones plus filtered sonograms plus hush money equals primetime ratings. Until the receipts roll in. So yes, Bambi faked a baby, but in doing so, she unintentionally birthed an entire genre of fraud mama memes. A reality TV redemption arc for Scrappy, Mama D's inevitable Bravo crossover, and a cautionary tale for every man who thinks a lace front and loyalty always go hand in hand. Let me know if you want this rewritten as a mock news article, podcast transcript, docuseries, trailer, or Netflix synopsis. Because at this point, this deserves an Emmy, at least a cease and desist.